Hi, Nick Tockert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. Well, folks, those who have been in the know a few days ago I lost my beloved CRKT Minimalist knife, and that really messed with me. I don't know about you guys, but an everyday carry item is sort of it's a piece of you, and it's a sort of it's it's a ground in a world of static, and not having that, it really messed with me. So I'd mentioned that, and apparently my wife listened, and she wanted to surprise me. So what happened is she ordered something for me, and it came in the mail. Now, I did not intend to grow up to be the neck knife guy, but apparently that's sort of become one of my shticks. So I figured I'd do an unboxing of my new neck knife, and it's by CRKT. I'm not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, CRKT, please. I mean, I would love to get that. So let's use my cheap fallback and unboxing knife, because I don't have my neck knife, which is really a strange whole gesture thing. But I'll show you the box. This isn't the retail package, and it says Minimalist, Minimalist 2, wait, look at those numbers, wait a second. That's not 2387G. Now, I can't bring up my regular number at hand, but that's not. What did she do? Let's find out. I'm curious. Because I know mine did it. I thought mine ended in a B, but it didn't have. So, here. Okay, we'll open it up. We'll open it up together. Let's see what we got. Okay. Look at this. It's green. I know what this is. Okay. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. And, this is a really nifty belt clip. I've gotten the retail package. I've never got the nice actual, like, straight box package before. But Columbia River Knife and Tool is one of my favorite knife companies, and it's showing some of the other things that's floating around. It's an ad for a different kind of knife. The Kurt came with this neat little ad. Extremely minimalist. I kind of dig that. I might look into it. It's probably too expensive anyway. But this is, for me, rather expensive. But it comes with a clip so you can scout carry it, or actually had one rigged for appendix carry. But this is special. Look at this. Okay, those who know, my regular one was black. Black on black, matte, unnoticeable. This is not an... Wow. Oh. Look at this thing, folks. It has, instead of the black, it has this nifty... Let me see if I can get to focus nice. Will focus? There we go. Focus. There we are. This really nice gear pattern. And it's actually embossed in the blade. Wow, okay. Very, very stylish. This is the Bowie blade, which is a bit sharper in the tip than my classic spear point that I carried for years. And I'm still at a loss on that one. I will keep looking for it. It's probably buried, unfortunately. But this is a really distinct knife. And apparently, the G, for those who don't know, is not just for gears, but this actually glows in the dark. So, like I said, the grip's slightly different. I think it might be a little shorter. It feels... the plastic is smooth. See, The plastic on the knife is on my minimalist. My spear point was checkered, so this is a little smoother. So it feels a little different in the hand. It's a little grippier. The sheath is grippier, but CRKT sends out these knives. Just sharp as. Uh, what do I have? Let me see. I don't know. I never tried the paper cut test. It's hard to do because the blades. Holy smokes, folks! I'm pretty sure I can actually. Wow, I can actually shave the hair off the back of my hand with this. This might be one of the sharpest knives I've ever run. So, what you guys haven't seen is I've been twitchy, and we had an incident where somebody came through the door. I was talking at 3 a.m. Well, nobody came through the door, let me explain. We had a windstorm. It picked up one of my garbage cans and slammed it to my door at 3 a.m. while I was sitting on the couch right next to it. So I jumped up, and muscle memory went for my knife. And those of you who know, the knife wasn't there. I just grabbed air, and it really, really messed with me. So they don't really talk about the steel on this, and I'm kind of sad because I can't remember the name of the steel. I'll look it up. But this is really cool, and the neat thing about it is this is going to glow in the dark. So theoretically, when I drop it, I should be able to see it. And it is just deucedly sharp. It is a very, very pretty blade. And I'm already feeling much better just having access to a fairly familiar knife. This is a ponderance because my friend Steve informed me that he was replacing it for me. And in a universe where my wife and friend didn't talk, what that means is I'm just going to have to do a neck knife review. Because I nearly ordered a knockoff because I thought I could afford it. But it handles, like I said, the grip is it's a little smoother. Mine was the old model, and I've heard some talks about the newer. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's not that different. It feels very positive. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna move, but it's gonna move exactly the same. I need something I can dig a little bit into. Let's give it a test here. This is HDP. This is cutting board, right? Oh, okay. You see that? We're getting a really nice little, and that's a horrible thing to do to a new edge, but no retention issues. But I mean, this is a cutting board, so it shouldn't be a problem. So this is really cool. I have huge thanks. Um, the grip, like I said, is a bit smoother than I'm used to, so I have to get used to that. And I want to see how well it glows. So there might be a second part, or I may do it as an add-on because this just came out of the box. But the neat thing is the knife glows. I forgot how tight in the sheath they sit, and after wearing mine and using it daily, it loosened just a little bit. But this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. See? And they come with a little slider. Now, theoretically, all of this glows in the dark. I don't know. I just pulled it out, and it will need time to charge. But what I'll do is I'll shoot a second video after this has had some time in the sun, and we'll see. It looks like it might have slightly different. The Kydex sheath sits a little different than the old one did, but the old one was a spear point. So we'll have to see. But, oh, no, that won't work. Okay, this is where we get persnickety about our knives. I tend to draw my neck knife right-handed, which means, even though they were nice enough to string it, and one nice thing is they heat treated it small enough so you don't need a threader, which is just beautiful. I need this set like so that it hangs for comfortable right hand grip. It's not that I'm not ambidextrous, because I am. And it's not that, a problem with it, because I don't. It's a matter of getting that sense of normalcy back. And I had just cleaned mine. I mean, just it's always that way. You lose something right after you just sharpened, just maintained it. But if I manage to dig it out of the garden or wherever, find wherever the old one went, if it's messed up, I'll do a restoration video. But now you go, the real tests here. Oh, that's nice. It's still, it sounds silly, but it feels lighter in the hand. I'm going to have to wear it around, let it get charged up, and see how it works. I'll be back later in the day as part 2 of this video to see if it glows, because it's supposed to glow in the dark. And while that's not very tactical for somebody who does a lot of stuff in the dark and drops things, that could be a lifesaver. We'll just see. I'm really excited, and I love neck knives, and suddenly I feel grounded. I feel a lot more like me. Just whoomp, it's around me. It, like I said, it is a bit showier, and it isn't. This is a much fancier thing than I normally would go for. It's obviously more ornate. Ironically, minimalist being my bread and butter. But we're gonna see, and I'll do a long-term review because these aren't painted. These etchings are actually fairly deep, and I'll try to get an angle where it shows on the camera just how can we get that to maybe. Boop. There we go. I'm playing with the lighting. Sorry about that, folks. But as you can see, it oh, you can't zoom? Okay, cool. It actually has a really nice grind to it. So it's tactile. You can feel it. Okay, folks. Well, I'll get back to you in just a second with what it looks like glowing in the dark, and we'll go for there. Thank you. Hi, Nick Tockert here from the future of the previous video. It's actually, I wanted to give it a little more time, so I just waited a few days. This does glow, and it glows well, but it doesn't show up on camera well. So, it's not going to be brilliantly bright, and it won't last terribly long because only half of the sheath and handle is exposed to the light when you're wearing it. I suppose if I hung it, in front of a window where it would have light on both sides, it would charge better. But that being said, I haven't had to worry about dropping it. The retention is even tighter than my previous knives, and I'm partially crediting that to being new. But I will say this. I've carried this for another week, basically. It is an amazing knife. It is one of the most uncannily sharp knives I've ever had. I really like it. The grip is the same, so it locks in very tight. Especially those of us who have smaller hands are really going to like this. Now, it's almost too small for me, but only almost. It fits. I do notice with the in-sweep of the spine of the knife, that it's a little different finger rest than what I'm used to, because I'm used to the minimalist spear point, I think. But that being said, very responsive, very controllable, very light. It feels significantly lighter. And the gears, which are aesthetic, obviously, and I'll try to get my camera to zoom clear on them, are not painted, as I said earlier. They're actually, and I'm trying to get an angle where you can see the light play, they're engraved. Now, why does that matter? Okay, I have a lot of bizarre backgrounds, and part of my background is I worked in a kitchen. I've worked in few restaurants, usually low-level prep cook kind of stuff, but you pick up knife work, and when I'm cooking, tend to grip the blade of my knife with the lead fingers, knurl up kind of dog paw. That way you can slice safely. You have incredible control. This acts as almost the gimping but for the side of the knife. Now, I will do a review later to see if that catches anything. I have a little concern about that either holding water or, just catching material and requiring extra maintenance. And I will do a long-term review on this knife. It is still. Let's see. I think this is the piece of paper I used last time, but I mean, it is still just. I'm. If I let it bite, if this knife weighed anymore, it would just cut. My hand is trembling slightly, which is why I like knives that lock in tight. But it's just, look at that, just sweep. The problem I find is because it's so short, doing a cut like this, it's surprising. I like it. It's a good knife. I believe everybody should carry a fixed blade knife for any leveragey applications. A lot of people love folders, but I have years of using them and having the folding mechanism open in your pocket a little bit and slice things open, or close and flip while you're using it under stress, or actually snap and flip around, because a lot of, obviously, my knives have been low end. I far prefer small fixed blade knives. This is the absolute smallest I would ever want to go, short of carrying an X-Acto knife. And that's what this feels like. This feels like my spear point and an X-Acto made love in the dark somewhere. So I hope this video has, been useful and interesting to you guys. If you like, please thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to support me, I do have a Patreon, which will be in the links below. I also am sponsored by The Simple Sword, my primer on rapier defense. This is, life's work grade book, and I am proud to say I keep the price as low as I think Amazon will pretty much let me, while maintaining the qualities I want. And it has stick figures and simple English, because the concepts are complex, the wording shouldn't be. All right, folks. As a teaser, the next video I do, since I have been contacted and told I'm the neck knife guy, is over the poor man's minimalist, this being the Sheffield Bolo. I was requested to do this simply because this guy runs anywhere from the low 30s to the low 40s. This runs $10, but if you look at their design, they are ergonomically similar, and I'm going to do a review on those. So stick around and stay safe, and as always, support your local swordmaster. Hi, Nick Tockert here with an update on the knife. Trying to find a darker room. But as you can see, once it gets charged, the glow is much better than I thought it was. Pardon my chicken. Just finding somewhere dark in my house is more challenging than most, because I really don't like the dark. So, I really do like this knife, and I really do like the sheath system. It just takes a lot of light to charge it up, and the glow does not extend to the string. So that's been the update addendum. If you like what I'm doing, as always, like, share, subscribe. Thank you, and support your local swordmaster.